Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. And I first have to say that I am so happy and I thank you so much that my channel is growing, that so many of you are subscribing to me. And this is what I've always envisioned, and this is what has always been my goal, to see my channel grow. More people are seeing my videos and it makes me so happy. Even though not all of them like them, I'm just happy that my videos are reaching more Bleach fans out there. And I really can't say enough to just show how grateful and happy and joyful I am to see such progress. Anyways, thank you for that. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. And secondly, if you've noticed I sound weird, it's because I have a running nose and most probably a cold, so bear with me. So now that the Bleach anime is coming back and every day we are getting news and information about the Bleach anime, I just wanted to go over a topic that I believe so many people have done. Like Bleach Center did a video on it and James Hansen recently did a video on it, so shout out to James Hansen, by the way. And the videos of those two YouTubers that I mentioned, Bleach Center and James Hansen, were asking the question if the Bleach ending will change or will be fixed. But I'm gonna do something different, and in this video I'm gonna be telling you how I believe the Bleach ending will or can be fixed in the anime. Or this video can be my own how I would fix the Bleach ending in the anime. Anyways, let's begin. So even though I love Bleach and I'm a big Bleach fan and I have no issues with the ending of the Bleach manga, I still have to admit and accept that that ending is faulty and has some few issues. Now everything was going well during the final battle between Ichigo and Yuha. Everything was going well and I believe the progression of that battle and the outcome of it was going so well up until Yuha decided to leave for the Soul Society. And this was after he had absorbed the powers of a few Stun Readers and Ichigo himself, and then he decides to leave for the Soul Society where he can be able to actually do what he wanted to and destroy the Bleach universe and recreate it. And that's where everything falls apart. Now when Yuha arrives in the Soul Society, he's greeted by Aizen and we all thought that this was it. This is the moment we're gonna see the two top dogs of Bleach, the two gods of the Bleach universe, go head to head. And this face-off was always hinted, especially with the hype that Kubo was building around Aizen's power and Aizen's strength. If you remember, when Aizen came from Muken, he used a super powerful Hado 90, more powerful than the one he used against Dangai Ichigo, and he used it even without incantation, and this even made Urahara sweat. And immediately after that, he decides to actually shoot down the Soul King's palace, and this got everyone hyped that Aizen was this monster who grew stronger by just sitting on a chair and sitting in the dark. And so we all looked forward to Aizen and Yuha facing off, and here is where I start my fixing the Bleach ending. The first step is delaying the arrival of Ichigo and Renji and the others from the Soul King's palace. When Yuha and Aizen were in a confrontation and Aizen was still binded to his chair, Yuha attacks him and his attack ends up freeing Aizen from the chair, and Aizen instantly attacks Yuha. And now we all know that Yuha and Aizen actually don't engage in a full-out battle because Ichigo and Renji interfere, and this is where the hype dies down because we have Ichigo and Renji interfering, and the fact that they are interfering is even shocking to me because back in the Soul Palace, even with his full power, Ichigo couldn't touch Yuha. Now of course I'm not ignorant and you can argue that this was just part of Aizen's Kyoka Suigetsu, but that's not the point. The point is that we have to see Aizen and Yuha fight for longer in an all-out war, hand to hand, or even use Kidos. We have to see these characters, these gods, going at it. Now there doesn't have to be a definitive winner of that battle. We can just have them countering and deactivating and undoing each other's attacks, and this battle will do well to stir up and even make the climax of the Thousand-Year Blood War arc more exciting. So that's the first point. We have to see a lengthened battle between Yuha and Aizen, and I repeat, there is no need for us to find a clear definitive winner. We just want to see these people go at it for at least 10 or so minutes or even a full episode. I won't complain, and that's what I believe will be the first step to fixing the ending of Bleach. The second step, get rid of the damn arrow. Listen, I do not care what the arrow means. I do not care where the arrow comes from. I don't care about the arrow at all. Get rid of it. How Yuha will be defeated, I will tell you later on, but first, just get rid of the arrow. Do not include it. Let us forget about the arrow. Now I know this is much to ask because the arrow is in the source material and this might be hard to omit it from there, but here's how I believe Yuha should have been defeated. Now if you remember correctly, if you go back to the fight between Jugram Haschel and Uryu Ishida, after Uryu had used his antithesis and explained how it works, we saw Haschel immediately frown around, and from this point he considers Uryu a threat even to Yuha and decides to kill him, as he believes the antithesis can be used to directly counter the Almighty. And this was what I believed was gonna be the way Yuha will be defeated, not the arrow. But that changes because out of nowhere Kubo brings this arrow, and that was just sad. So Tite Kubo, please just use the antithesis as you had planned to defeat Yuha. Tite Kubo's foreshadowing is one of the best in shonen manga, and he would never show anything if he doesn't intend to go on or to go through with it. And I just know that it was Tite Kubo's plan to use the antithesis as the basis for Yuha's defeat, and we can even see when Uryu learned that this is possible, that the antithesis can counter the Almighty, he decided to hurry up and go to where Yuha was, and this all makes sense. Kubo would never draw that for nothing. So yes, Kubo, please just use the antithesis, get rid of the arrow. And the third and final step to fixing the ending of the Bleach manga is borrow the material from the light novels. If you haven't read the Can't Fear Your Own World light novels, of which I suggest you do because they are really crucial and they are canon, they give a detailed exposition on events that happened from the moment Yuha was cut in half by Ichigo. Now, unlike the manga, which just jumps from that panel of Yuha being cut in half by Ichigo to 10 years later, the Can't Fear Your Own World light novels details the events that take place after Ichigo kills Yuha. For example, we find out that Ichigo stayed in the Soul Society for a little bit more days to recover and to heal and to just regain his stamina and energy. And Orihime was busy healing people and helping the 4th Division in healing the casualties of the war. And we also learned that the biggest plot hole, which was how was the Bleach World being held together if Yuha is dead and the Soul King is dead, we learned that Ichibe sealed the corpse of Yuha. So now the corpse of Yuha is the new Soul King. My point is, they can borrow these materials from the light novels, from the Can't Fear Your Own World light novels, and import them in a way into the anime, not necessarily impeding on the light novels or destroying the material from the light novels, but they can just use that material or the information in the light novels to build up an ending that is suitable, an ending that we can all accept and be happy with. And now after they include the information of what happened after Yuha was killed by Ichigo, like Yuha being sealed by Ichibe, after that is when we can have the 10-year time skip. Now the time skip for me is very important, and I wouldn't emit it as I emitted the arrow because we get more information. For example, Rukia becoming captain, who would want to remove that from the manga? And we also get to meet Kazui Kurosaki and Abarai Uchika, who is the daughter of Renji and Rukia. And Kubo even reveals that this menace known as Yuha is not completely defeated, as Yuha has other plans. And those, ladies and gentlemen, were Anime Therapy's 3 steps to fix the ending of the Bleach manga for the Bleach 1000-Year Blood War anime. Now of course Kubo has said in multiple interviews that the way he ended Bleach is the way he intended to, but I don't believe him. Anyways, my 3 steps are probably not the perfect or the most perfect because I'm not a writer, that's just from my own standpoint. So let me know in the comment section how you would fix the Bleach ending for the 1000-Year Blood War anime. Let me know what you would change and what you wouldn't. Anyways, that's all from me, Anime Therapy. I'll be glad to see you in the next video. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Turn on my channel notifications to never miss an upload and give the video a like. With that said, that's all from me.